When planning a compliance program, you don't want to make the mistake of planning for each individual standard you want to or need to comply with. For example, a company may have ISO 27000 certification requirements coupled with compliance to PCI DSS or GDPR. There would be so much duplication of effort if you followed the path of treating each requirement as an individual project. Each standard you would want to comply with or apply to your organization must flow up into an overarching compliance program. And there are multiple reasons why that will work in your favor. The first being is the synergies between standards that can reduce duplication and effort. This is just a subset of standards across the world that exists today. And some extensive research, we were able to find direct mapping tools or documents between the standards, or documents showing some correlation between the standards as represented by the dotted lines. So revisiting our earlier example of a company with ISO 27000, PCI DSS, and GDPR requirements, you can see here that PCI DSS and GDPR both map to ISO 27001 controls. And so you have some commonality between everything. You can use those mapping tools in the development of a project plan where a single deliverable could cover all three standards. Mappings rolled up to a common program are even more important if the assessment cycles of each standard are also different. For example, PCI DSS is assessed annually, whereas ISO 27001 may be performed in 3-year cycles with surveillance audits each year. Not worrying about recertification of ISO 27001 for 3 years until just beforehand isn't going to help with keeping your compliance program under control. But PCI DSS requirements do map to ISO 27001 clauses. So if you plan it right, maintaining one can help you maintain the other consistently. Some of the mapping tools and documents out there are outstanding and really help with your planning, such as the CIS Controls Navigator. It's an online tool where you can add or remove other standards and see how they map to CIS Controls version 7 or the latest version 8. The takeaway here is don't reinvent the wheel. Take advantage of mapping tools and find synergies between your compliance standards to avoid duplication of effort. Once again, if you have a question you want answered, please feel free to post a comment or get in touch with us, and we'll try and make it a subject of a later episode. Thanks for watching.